Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Lucifer once again. Apparently, you guys like listening to Lucifer because you come back around all the time to listen to what I have to say, even though you don't leave a like, you don't leave a comment, and you don't subscribe. I don't understand why, which is very weird. What am I, cocaine? Is it cocaine to you? You just can't let it go, right? You just gotta have it. You could leave it. You don't have to listen to this shit. Everybody could unsubscribe right now if they wanted to. But you keep coming back. You keep coming back from where I wonder why. I wonder why. Maybe you're looking for my downfall. Maybe you're waiting for God to enact his divine justice upon me. I know that's why half of you motherfuckers are here for, because you can't wait to see me fall. You know, you love when people fall. You don't support. You don't help. All y'all do is insult people and nothing. You don't do nothing else. Anyways, but you're still here, so I'm going to keep talking. So, this is Lucifer here. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, leave a comment. This is Lucifer here, man. Also known as King the Conqueror. Let's get this show started. So, I did this video 3 fucking times. So yesterday, there's a guy named Morgueofficial that released a video talking about the tablets, the emerald tablets, right? The tablets of Thoth, right? Mind you, this guy has 390,000 subscribers, and on his life was pretty successful. The video right now is currently sitting at 6.9k views. When the live was on, there was at least 400 people listening, 460 plus people listening in. Now, the thing is, the part where I am all shook up about, the part that I'm all shook up about is, he basically says that the Emerald Tablet is bullshit. Now, that's insane. First of all, let's go back here. Let's go back in time a little bit. Let's go back in time. So, he started off saying that the Emerald Tablets, somebody on the channel was smart enough to say that this was, the video that he made was just attention-seeking BS. Because it was. It was attention-seeking BS, and anyway, so he starts the thing by saying that it's from the 18th century. It is not. Doriel, whatever his first name is, Doriel did not write the Emerald Tablet. So he starts off by telling all of his viewers that Doriel something wrote the Emerald Tablet. That is a complete lie. Then he says that it's from the 18th century. Another complete lie. That's 2 lies back to back. Do-si-do. Padre a padre. Like fucking, mano a mano. Do-si-do. Like back to back lies. You know what I mean? Like, it's that's crazy. So, the thing is, the Emerald Tablet was discovered in the 8th and 9th century by Arabic people. That's where, allegedly, because at the end of the day, even I am a firm believer that everything we know is all BS. I'm not going to lie. I've said that before many times, But there's a limit to this BS. There's a limit to this BS because at the end of the day, there are pieces of Eden everywhere, right? This is Assassin's Creed. If you hadn't noticed, the Assassin's Creed is not just a video game, it's real life. So, Assassin's Creed is based off of real life, obviously. So, anyways, Emerald Tablet is a piece of Eden. Whether you like to admit it or not, that's your business. At the end of the day, if you read the Emerald Tablets, everything in the Emerald Tablet is true. How do you think I got this strong in the first fucking place? You know, me by reading the Emerald Tablets. I'm cursed because I read that book. I'm cursed with knowledge. That's the curse of the Emerald Tablet. This is, and the Arabic people stay away from the Emerald Tablet because they believed that it was cursed. You know, because in the preset, you know, the first tablet is warning you of a curse. Well, they say that it's warning you of a curse, but it's not really warning you of a curse. It's telling you that this sort of knowledge, basically, the thing about the Emerald Tablets is, it's the same thing as the belief of Jesus, right? It's the same thing as believing in Jesus. It's the same warning that the Bible gives you about following the path that Jesus follows. Is the same warning that the Emerald Tablet gives you, basically. But those guys thought it was a curse. They took it as a curse, right? Because people that read it end up being crazy. They end up being crazy. And this is, you can do that too. There's nothing special about it. It's not a curse. You can do it too. Shit, I did it a bunch of times because I have knowledge, right? A vampire's kiss or a werewolf's kiss is dangerous. Why? Because if you don't have the mind to accept the truth, you're going to go crazy. It's going to send you to the hospital. And I have sent many people. I'm not proud of it, but I have sent many people to the hospital. How? By giving them knowledge that they could not handle. You know, was that my point? Of course not. Of course not. You know, it was a very sad time. It was a very dark age. It was a very dark age at that time, right? People wanted to know. They kept asking me questions, and I keep telling them. And obviously, like, the thing is, vampires or werewolves. I'm gonna say werewolf. Well, I can't really say werewolf because I didn't live my life as a werewolf. I lived my life as a vampire. So I would just be lying if I say werewolf. So I'm gonna say vampires. But I don't like vampires. I don't want to be a vampire. Blah 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 blah. Lucifer doesn't like vampires. Okay, so Lucifer doesn't like vampires because they suck. They're like crack addicts, right? They just suck blood, right? They're like crackheads. So he doesn't like vampires. So that's why he rather be a werewolf. Werewolves are free spirited people, and they enjoy their lives, and they, you know, enjoy nature and whatnot, and blah blah blah, you know, so on and so on. Okay, so anyways, let's go back to the story here. So in my time as being a vampire, you know, vampires have a tendency to notice. I don't know how other vampires. Well, no, it's the thing. Vampires will change someone when they feel that that person has the potential to become a vampire. They will kiss a human being when they feel like this person have the potential of being a vampire. Right? They wouldn't kiss. They're not gonna kiss anybody and just live for eternity with a fucking moron. Obviously. You know, like, nobody would do that to themselves. What kind of stupid idiot would walk around and transform somebody into an immortal, and this person is the dumbest person alive? Like, no, you don't want. Why would you do that to yourself? That's ridiculous. You're literally doing that to yourself at this point. You know, obviously. You know, you're gonna kiss a guy. You're gonna kiss a guy. Yes, I said kiss a guy. Pause. You're gonna vampire kiss a guy. When I mean guy, I mean girls too. Whatever. You're gonna kiss a guy, right? You're gonna vampire kiss a guy, but the guy is fucking retarded, you know, and it's fucking stupid, you know. It's just he has the worst attitude ever. He has the worst personality ever, and you're gonna stick with this guy for the rest of eternity. That would not make any sense. Can somebody tell me if that makes sense? Yes or no? Let me know. Right? That just doesn't make any sense. So if a vampire decides to kiss you, that means, or bite if you prefer, if a vampire, because you can bite somebody and just suck his blood, so you're not really biting. When you're doing the deed of giving this person immortality, that is a dance. That is a masquerade. That's what we call the masquerade. Right, we call it the masquerade. We call it the dance of the vampire dance, the masquerade. Right, so that's a vampire kiss. So, you know, if you're gonna kiss somebody, you're gonna kiss somebody that you're gonna be comfortable spending the rest of eternity with. Right, obviously, Because we're talking about immortality. We're talking like forever. You're not going to want to spend time with somebody that's going to make you want to fucking shoot yourself in the fucking head. Right? So, all that to say, of course, the people that I have tried in my past, in my younger age, that have tried to dance in the every night with, to give the masquerade, the gift of the masquerade to, right, were people that I taught that I felt had the potential to become a vampire just like me, or else I wouldn't have done it. Unfortunately, it's harder than it looks. So intelligence is not all. Intellect is not everything, right? Intellect is not everything, because even somebody with great intellect can still lose themselves. A person with great intellect can still lose themselves, right? So you need more than just intellect. You need a soul. You need a spirit. You need a character. You need a stillness of the mind, right? And logic, intellect, intelligence. So all those things together are important. It's not just about being smart. It's not just about being smart. It's also about having a soul. It's about having a spirit, having character, having a personality. Those things will maybe enable you to become immortal, right? So what the fuck does the tablet of thought have to do with vampires? Every fucking thing. So, anyways, as I was saying, let's go back to the past here. So, in the past, rabbit people found this curse. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, people intend to feel like things are curses because they don't understand that. So basically, a vampire's kiss is the same as being Jesus, right? Becoming a vampire is the same process as being Jesus, right? And being Jesus is the same process as reading the Emerald Tablet, right? The curse of knowledge, bro. Like it is what it is. So these guys read the first tablet and people went crazy. Some people after reading the tablet of thought, not the first tablet, but after reading the tablet of thought, they went crazy. And it's still possible to become crazy after reading the tablets of thought today. It's not a curse, it's because the person is not ready for this. He's not ready for this or not. And I guess it's a flip of a coin. It's dangerous knowledge to walk with. It's a flip of a coin at the end of the day. Because you can't really say, I can't, like me, I'm a master, I'm a spiritual master, but still I can't really tell if I give you certain knowledge that you're gonna go crazy or not. I can't really. It's really up to the other person. Like I get like if the person climbs a mountain and comes on top of a mountain to come see the Pai Mei, which is me, right? The person climbs the mountain to go see the Pai Mei, and the Pai Mei, you know, I want to learn the ultimate kung fu and blah 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 blah. I want to be like the god of kung fu, because the Pai Mei is the god of kung fu, right? So, you know, he's the immortal god of kung fu, right? So you go over there, you know, he's gonna break your bones, but it's not his fault. He's not trying to break your damn bones. You were supposed to know. Well, I can't. There's no blame to go around in these types of subjects. There's no blame to go around. I can't really, like, you can't say, oh, you can't look at somebody and just say, oh no, if you go see the Pai Mei, you're gonna die, bro, for sure. I mean, maybe some people for some reasons, maybe they like character, like they obviously like character, and like you're kind of like, and this person tells you, oh, I'm gonna go climb the mountain, go see the pyramid and shit, and blah blah blah. No, you're gonna die. Yeah, like there's some let's be real, okay, let's not lie to yourself. There's no reason, because if you lying to the person, it's worse, right? You're basically sending this person to his death, right? You're gonna be fine, and you know that the person doesn't have the character to do it, and you still say, and you're sending the person to his death, right? So that's another subject for another day. That's another story for another day, right? But even a person with the right character can end up having all of his bones broken. Even a person with the character to do it can end up having all of his bones broken. So you can't really blame a person of great stature and great character for going down a path like that, because he has the character. He looks and feels like he has what it needs to to walk down that path. So I can't say, oh, he's stupid for walking this path. No. And me as the pyramid, it's not like even me as the pyramid, I'm looking at the guy, he looks fine. Right? If I started, because I'm the pyramid, I'm not that stupid either. If he wasn't supposed to be here, I'd tell him to get the fuck out. Right? I'd tell him to get the hell out. You're not built for this. You're gonna die. Right? But this person with great character comes along, and I'm like, if I start first things first, right? This because that's the thing about aiming high, but ending up low, right? Like, it's still a compliment at the end of the day. Having your bones broken is still a compliment at the end of the day, because if I thought that you wasn't ready for this, I wouldn't have trained you. Period. I would not have trained you. If I thought that you wasn't able to do this, I wouldn't have fucking trained you. So that's okay. You might have failed, but it's still a compliment. I mean, it's still a life compliment. You were good enough to get there. You maybe you didn't finish, but you were good enough to get there. Right? So there's still something to be proud of. Failure or whatever. Right? So yes, we're still talking about the Emerald Tablets here, if you hadn't noticed. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. Support the damn channel. Don't let YouTube win. Don't let these fake religions win. Subscribe to the damn channel. Don't let these crazy people that keep lying about Toph, that keep lying about Hermes, that keep lying about Hermes Trismegistus. Well, I'm not really into Hermes Trismegistus that much, because Hermes Trismegistus is actually Archangel Michael, and I'm not fucking with no goddamn archangels, obvious fucking Lee. But you know what I mean. Okay? Don't support the lies, support the truth. So, anyways, as I was saying, and you can't blame me either. You can't blame me either, because how am I supposed to know that he was going to end up with his bones broken? Because he has the character. He has the potential. His bones were not supposed to be broken. His bone was not supposed to be broken. He was not supposed to fail. In my head, I'm not going to say that shit. I'm not going to say that shit, right? Because I'm the pioneer and I got a huge ego. I'm not going to tell you that. But I didn't think that was going to happen. So, anyways, I'm trying to make light of a very dark situation. Because it was a dark time when I was trying to teach these people and to tell them stuff. I was trying to make them like me, and they end up, going to hospital and shit like that. I don't like it. I didn't like it, bro. I didn't like it at all. That's not what I thought was gonna happen. I was very surprised when it happened. It was very sad. It was a very bad time. It was painful. These people, I consider these people were loved by me, right? These people were loved ones, right? So that's not the thing that I wanted to happen. So I'm trying to explain how the tablet of thought is not bullshit. If you hadn't noticed, all right, there's nothing. But for other people, it looks like I asked my mom if she knows about the tablets of thought, right? And she's like, "That's negative shit." I'm like, "It's not negative. Why do you say it's negative? It's it's negative shit. It's not. It's hermetic principles. It's science. It's logic. It's magic. There's nothing negative about it. But you people have this misconception about knowledge, about true knowledge. Yes, it's dangerous. I don't feel like it's supposed to be that dangerous, because if you're ready for it, you're ready for it. But I guess anything that's worth doing has a certain amount of danger attached to it. Everything that's worth doing has a certain amount of danger attached to it. But I guess there's also the abilities of the master that you're following too, right? The abilities of the master that you're following too has something to do with it, right? I'm not low key saying that I'm not good enough. I think I'm a good enough master, and because the student has to be able to listen too, and some people just don't listen. They don't listen. They don't listen to the rules. They don't follow the rules. They don't listen. They don't want to listen, right? And they end up doing all kinds of nonsense, and everything goes haywire because they don't listen, right? But there's also the ability of the master too, because masters have different abilities. Not all, you can't, that's why there's multiple masters. And when you finish with one master, let's say you want to go down the Pi-Mate path, right? You're going to have to start with your first master, right? And then you're going to have to absorb, everything that you can get from him, right? Until there's nothing left that you can't get from him. Until you get kissed by another vampire, right? Until you go somewhere else and you get kissed by another vampire, right? And that person gives you his knowledge, right? Until you feel that you have amassed so much knowledge and strength that when you go see the Pi-Mate, the only thing that's in your mind, it's either I can beat the Pi-Mate or he's actually going to teach me something, right? So you start having an ego too, right? Because if you're going to go against the Pi-Mate, like nobody has ever defeated the Pi-Mate, right? No one has ever defeated Pi-Mate. But I'm pretty sure some people came close in his long time, right? He's the god of Kung Fu. So, but there's strong people walking around like let's say Lu Bu, right? The great General Lu Bu. He probably could have whooped Pi-Mate's ass. People consider Lu Bu the strongest man on the planet when he was alive. People thought that this guy was the strongest human being existing on the planet. That's how strong this guy was. So maybe he might not be able to beat Pi-Mate, but maybe he would have came close. You know what I mean? Anyways, so there's an ego thing too. You know what I mean? There's a development of a precise ego that permits you to feel good enough and to be kind of aware of how good enough you are to be, relatively speaking, in a manner that makes sense to yourself and relative to actual real life. Because if you can't pick up a stone that weighs 50 kilos and the Pi-Mate can pick up a stone that weighs a ton, well, you're obviously not fucking ready, right? Obviously. So you gotta make it make sense. You gotta make it make sense. It's not just like believe in yourself, and there's no action, there's no actual proof even to yourself, not to everyone else, but you don't have any proof to yourself that you're capable of doing what you're saying that you're capable of, right? You got to prove it to yourself, not everybody, but you got to have some evidence so that you can actually build an ego off of the evidence that you have built from looking at yourself. not just being a blind bat flipping around everywhere. Pardon my language, no offense meant, no pun intended. Just being a blind mole digging around in the ground, like not everywhere and anywhere at the same fucking time. That don't make no damn sense. Of course you're gonna fucking die if you start reading the emerald tablets. If you don't have any skills, you don't have any evidence that you're capable of withholding this information, right? That makes no sense. And I feel like people end up not caring about those sorts of things. People believe in themselves in a convoluted fashion. People have a nonsensical self-belief of themselves, right? They have a nonsensical self-belief, and a lot of people have that. And then they end up in bad situations. They end up in bad situations because their belief of their abilities does not match the evidence that it does not match the proof that they have of themselves, right? So you're just that's what having an ego problem is. That's what having an overinflated ego. The problem of an overinflated ego is, right? Your vision of yourself is misconstrued, right? It doesn't match. So anyways, this is very important. What I'm saying is very important because this guy, his name is Morgueofficial, right? He has a group, the Neo-Angelian, and he has a group. His name is Morgueofficial. Now this guy, like 392 subscribers. I consider this guy to be a form of master. He's the master of his own idyllic, right? He has his own idyllic philosophy. He has his own idyllic philosophy that he brings to the table. And people are listening. And people like it. If they didn't like it, he wouldn't have 390,000 subscribers. Right? He wouldn't have 6.9K views if people didn't like it. So he's a master. But he's the proof, he's the evidence of a bad master, of an unskillful master, of a master that you need to listen to for a couple of months and then change. Because you're not going to end up anywhere listening to this guy. You're not going to have more power listening to this guy. As a matter of fact, Morgueofficial does not believe in power. Now you're saying, well, how can that be? That doesn't make any sense. Of course he believes in power. Everybody believes in power. Blah, 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 blah. No, he does not. Well, how do I know that? Because he doesn't believe in spirit. He doesn't believe in gods. He doesn't believe in hermetic principles. He does not believe. He might say that certain things make sense, but it's only because the words that he's reading make sense. The sentences are grammatically readable. This is who this Morgueofficial guy is, and he does not shy away from it. He says, this is what we do. His Neo-Angelian group is based off of just reading books. They do not experiment. They do not have ritual. They do not have spiritual growth. They just read books. And that's it. The thing is, he needs to read more books. Because how can you say that the Emerald Tablet is from the 18th century when it's from the 9th century? And in the 9th century, they were saying that it was probably from the 2nd century. That's crazy. That don't make no damn sense. That don't make no damn sense. And then how can you say that this guy named Doriel wrote the Emerald Tablet when he didn't write the Emerald Tablets? It's a thing that was way longer. Like, it comes from way further than that. And this Doriel guy, shit, he called this Doriel guy a fucking liar. I don't think Doriel has anything to do with this. I don't know why you're calling this Doriel guy that just translated, that made a translation, that made his own version of the Emerald, that he didn't do anything wrong. Why would you call him a liar? He might not be right about what he's saying in his translation. Maybe he might not be right about his translation, but he didn't do anything wrong. He's not trying to outright lie. He's not trying to mess with people's mind. He just has a translation of the Emerald Tablet. That's all he did. Then you're gonna call the guy a liar? Why would you call the guy a liar? He didn't do anything wrong. That's insane. Why would you do that? And the worst part is he's reading the translation and he's agreeing with what's in the translation. But like I said, he does not practice these sorts of things. He's not a conscious being. He's not a high vibrational conscious being. He's not. He's just a guy that reads books, and if the book is cool, he's going to talk about it on his channel, and that's it. That's it. That's all he does. But I had to do this video 3 times because it was shocking to me. It was shocking to me. It was just shocking. It was gut-wrenching to see someone lie like that to 400 people plus and have no qualm about it. It's just ugh. Now, mind you, the thing about Morgueofficial is, like, the reason why I feel like everybody leaves this Morgueofficial, because the thing is, Christians are going after this Morgueofficial guy because Christians think that this Morgueofficial guy is a Satanist. He's not a Satanist. He's not a Luciferian either. He's not none of that. He's not. He does not. He has no rituals. He doesn't believe in consciousness. He doesn't believe in spirit. He doesn't believe in magic. He doesn't practice any sort of magic. He doesn't believe in none of that shit. I don't even know what the fuck he does, to be quite honest. He reads books. That's it. So Christians are supposedly feel like this guy is a good target. I'm not gonna say I'm a bad target. Of course, I'm a good target because I'm not a big Christian fan, and I'm blatantly, outright saying that it needs to fucking die, right? And him too. He believes that, and that's the thing. That I feel like that's why everybody leaves him alone, because he doesn't like Christianity either. But he's not a Satanist, and he's not a Luciferian, and Christians are going after him because they believe that he's like some kind of bad guy. He just has a look. So the Christians that are attacking him, they're attacking him based off of the look. They're not attacking him based off of what his content is. Like, they obviously, whoever's doing that, like the people attacking him obviously never watched any of his fucking videos. Obviously. Because there's nothing to attack there. People have the right to their own opinion. If somebody says that he was traumatized as a kid because he had fucking, hillbilly redneck parents, and his hillbilly redneck parents are just fucking read the Bible and blah 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 to whoop yo, and then whoops his ass every motherfucking night because he fucking can't, whatever. Because he has dyslexia, and he couldn't read the goddamn fucking prayers right, so he never fucking remembered the fucking shit, or he had some kind of mental disability, or he was like some kind of mental retardedness when he was a kid, but his parents were fucking savages, fucking Christian fucking savages, so they used to whoop his motherfucking ass every motherfucking night until they fucking drove the fucking thing into his head. Bro, what the fuck are they attacking? Because yeah, that's what his problem is. Because if you ever watched some of his videos, that's where he comes from. That's why he stopped believing in that sort of nonsense. Because it is nonsense. How can a God say he's love, and then it just doesn't make sense. Okay, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. And I completely agree with him, because that makes no fucking sense in my head either. How can you love somebody by punching them in the fucking face all fucking day and be like, I fucking love you, man. I fucking love you, bro. Bro, I love you, man. I fucking love you. That's crazy. That's called insanity. That's called criminally insane. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. That's not love. I understand the guy, so that's why people leave him the fuck alone. But dude needs to stop fucking lying about everything. Because at this point, it is fucking lies. At this point, it's just lies. Has to make myself some coffee. And there's a lot of people that live like that. So the Christians that attack him are just fucking nuts. You know what I mean? And Christians are fucking nuts. At the end of the day, Christians are goddamn crazy. I've never met a sensible Christian in my entire life. And you want to know? You want me to be a dick? You really want me to be a dick? The only sensible Christians I've ever met were Masons. There you go. You want to know why? Because they have knowledge that you don't. That's why. That's why they're sensible people. Because they're not just Christians. Because they don't believe in Christianity. Because they don't believe that Christianity is the end all tell all of it all. Because they have higher knowledge. Knowledge that you can't find in the Bible. That's why they're sensible. That's why they're calm and how did they say it again in the in God of War? That's why they're calm and reasonable. Or are you a calm and reasonable person? So no, of course I don't believe in Christianity. It's bullshit. And I never will. It's garbage. And I can't wait until that fucking shit dies. I can't fucking wait. So of course, no, I don't attack Morgue for the same fucking reason that everybody else don't attack Morgue. Because poor fucking guy. He's fucking traumatized. He's traumatized by a bunch of people that lied to him since the beginning of his fucking life. But Morgue, that does not give you the right to just. I mean, I guess it's not about a thing of right or wrong. It's just you're just not supposed to do that. It's not good to do that to people. I mean, like, yes, you have 300,000, but at the end of the day, is that really his fault? Is it really his fault? Because people want to be lied to at some point. Like, people don't want, like, this channel tells the truth about everything. You know, like, this. If you're trying to figure out what's going on, everything you need to know is on this channel. I got 260 subscribers. Morgueofficial is not telling people what's going on. He has 390,000 subscribers. There's a clear difference. You know, like, hello, is this mic on? Is anybody listening? Hello? So at the end of the day, who's the bad guy? Who's the bad guy? Because people don't want to be told the truth. So is it really his fault for him being the way he is? No, it's not. People are encouraging this side of him. They're making the devil lives with Morgue. The devil lives with Morgue. The devil lives with Morgue because the devil is leading him astray. The devil is leading him astray, bro. It is. And when I say the devil, I don't mean Lucifer. You know what I mean? The devil that everybody's afraid of, that's what it does. That's the devil that people talk about is imaginary self-built, self-created concept that lives in your mind. That's the version of the devil that doesn't exist. That's the version of the devil that I keep fighting. He does not exist. You're talking about something that does not exist. And I have to remove that shit from your head. When they talk about, it's the same thing when they're talking about a deal with the devil, or he made a deal with the devil. No, there's no devil because the real devil wouldn't do that. The real devil wouldn't do that. The real devil, I told you what the real devil's trying to do. The Bible told you what the real devil's trying to do. Even the Bible told you what the real devil is trying to do. The same fucking thing that keeps lying about everything is the same fucking thing telling you the fucking truth right in front of your freaking face, and you still don't get it. Y'all talking about fame and popularity. Fuck off. No, the devil's not trying to give you fame and popularity. What the fucking devil's trying to give you is power. Unimaginable power. That's what he said. That's what his promise was in the damn Bible. He didn't say, oh, well, Eve, come here, Eve. Yo, if you eat this fucking apple, man, you're going to be so fucking popular. Everybody's going to fucking love you. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He didn't promise anybody fame and glory. That's not what he said. He said, if you eat from this damn apple, you're going to become like God, dude. You're going to be powerful, man. You'll be able to do a bunch of stuff. It's going to be amazing. And that's still what he does today. Hello. Can I get an amen? I really need to get my fucking werewolf shit going, to be honest. I need to get shit is deplorable. Because I know there's the same amount of power being a werewolf than there is being a vampire. If not more. Maybe. Who knows? I just started. This is some sad ass shit. This is sad ass shit. So, anyways, but regardless that Morgue is a demonic kindred spirit. Regardless, you can't just sit there and lie to people like that. Not like that. I mean, your whole reading book shit, that's fine. You know, like I don't like the fact that he keeps telling people that gods are not existent. That's insane. I think that's craziness beyond craziness. I think that's just you need to be locked up in a straitjacket. Not for real. At this point, you need to be in a straitjacket. If you don't believe in gods, you need to be in a straitjacket. That means you goddamn crazy. You're lost. You are insane. Period. Because there's too much proof, and there's too much know-how, and there's too much, like, even I can prove to him that gods exist. Nigga, anybody can. A fucking 4-year-old can prove to him that gods exist, bro. A 4-fucking-year-old, and I'm not fucking shitting around. I'm fucking serious when I'm saying a 4-year-old can prove to you that gods exists. Look. Speaking of which, I don't know if it's okay for me to tell this story. I have no idea, but I'm gonna tell it anyway, and I hope I don't catch any flack. But okay. You know what? Whatever. So, I knew this girl once, and she had a kid, right? And we did a ritual. Well, I did a ritual. She needed some help. I did a ritual, right? The kid drew a picture of the spirit that I sent to help her. The kid is 4 years old. What? The kid is 4 fucking years old, dude. So a 4-year-old could prove to you that gods exist. So anybody that don't believe in that shit is goddamn crazy. The pure and simple. Just insane. Completely insane. That's how I feel. I mean, it's not how people feel, but that's how I see shit. Because it's too brazen. Like, what's going on in the world is too in your face. It's too brazen and in your face, bro. Like, it's impossible. Like, you can't not believe that shit. If you don't believe that shit, it's because you live in a goddamn fucking cave somewhere. Like, you never fucking, like, you just, you know what I mean? There's no sunlight. You know what I mean? Like, you're in a box in the dark, and there's not even an inch, like, not even like a minuscule inch of light that goes in there. That's the only way. That's the only way that you wouldn't believe in all this shit. The only way. It's like this dumbass that keeps walking around saying, if you can't prove to me that magic exists, I'll give you $1 million. Okay, come around here. Come around here. See what happens. You know what I mean? Not only are you gonna give me $1 million, you're gonna run the fuck out of here, nigga. You're gonna run. Hey, stop. Stop the nonsense. Your hair is gonna turn white. No pun intended, no offense meant. So back to the Emerald Tablets, man. I'm not encouraging anybody to read it because obviously my generation is completely unready to read something like that. Like, completely unready. You know, I would not suggest anybody to read it. I wouldn't suggest it. Like, I'd stay away from it. Just stay away from it, right? Just stay away, because you're gonna end up in the hospital. You're gonna end up in the hospital. If you read that shit, you're gonna end up in the hospital, bro. If you don't have the required mind, the spirit, soul protection, whatever, you're gonna end up in the hospital. It's gonna drive you crazy. So just stay away from it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I would like to be like, cause it didn't make me go crazy, but the shit happened. A lot of shit happened to me. I didn't have a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have a great time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like, oh, if there was fine and perfect, blah blah. No. A lot of shit happened. It was bullshit. And it's like, it's the same thing. It's a Jesus being Thoth. First of all, Thoth is a Jesus archetype, right? Everybody knows that. I'm not saying anything new. All right. There's some levels of society where people believe Jesus was Thoth too, right? People think Hermes was Thoth, and there's people that think Jesus was Thoth, right? There's in some obscure level of society, some people believe that shit, right? And at the end of the day, I can't tell them that they're completely wrong. based off what I've seen. Because, like I said, I mean, like, it's frustrating because the road to being a Jesus archetype is full of frustration. Because the thing is, don't like. I'm not talking about no Kanye West shit. Because Jesus had knowledge. Obviously, he could turn water into wine. He was an alchemist, right? He was an alchemist. He could turn. He was a magician. He was a magician at a young age. He was a necromancer. When he was a kid, when he was 14, he was a necromancer. He was a necromancer at 14. So fuck God. God had nothing to do with it. He was a necromancer at 14 because he killed somebody. He killed a guy named Sebastian something. I don't remember his name. Saint John Bastion, whatever, something like that. Bastion, whatever. He killed the guy. And he started laughing about it. He fucking killed him. And he laughed about it. But he laughed about it because it's like, okay, hold up, everybody. He brung him back to life. He brung the nigga back to life. He was a necromancer at a young age. And he used to do magic tricks because fucking Joseph and Mary had a bar. They had a bar. Right? So they had an inn. So people would come in and blah, blah. And one of the things about Joseph and Mary's inn is that, Jesus would do magic tricks in the bar. So people would be like, oh, shit, that's cool. Right? And then later on, he tells you can turn wine into water and shit. Water into wine. And then he took bread and he transformed all the fucking bread into fucking fish. Right? And so I understand why people feel like, well, Jesus was Thoth. Because that sounds like some Thoth-ass shit. So, anyways. So the question is, what I'm wondering is, did Jesus read the Emerald Tablets? That's what I'm wondering. Or maybe the 10 Commandments is not the 10 Commandments. Maybe the 10 Commandments is actually the Emerald Tablets. Maybe that's what the 10 Commandments are. I feel like that's what the 10 Commandments are because I don't believe in the 10 Commandments. I think the 10 Commandments is a load of garbage that a bunch of people told us to believe in because they wanted to control the entire goddamn universe. That's what I believe. And when they're talking about the 10 Commandments, they're probably talking about the Emerald Tablets. Because those are commandments. Those are real commandments. This is the law. We call it the law. We call it the law because it's inescapable. And if you try to deviate and go outside of that, that's when shit starts to hit the fan. So those are the real commandments. And mind you, there's more than 10 commandments. Because allegedly there's like 100 and something blah, blah, blah commandments. I don't fucking know and I don't care. And I'm not going to research to find out either because it's garbage. Because it's trash. What I am going to do is read more of the Emerald Tablets. Sorry. I'm a stupid motherfucker sometimes. But ouch. Ow. Oh shit. Okay. Oh man. Anyway, but I'm serious. I'm serious. Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read more of the Emerald Tablets. I'm not gonna read that shit. God has nothing to do with any of this. God has nothing to do with any of this. God is a usurper. He crawled into Jesus's mind and started whispering nonsensical mumbo jumbo to usurp his power. Just like he's creeping and crawling into everybody else's mind and saying that he's the only one. He's the only one. He's a usurper. He takes power away from people. That's why I'm the adversary. That the Satan doesn't mean demon. Satan doesn't mean it doesn't mean it doesn't mean demon. It doesn't mean horror. It doesn't mean evil, mischievous, evil, ultimate evil guy thing, object, something physical, immaterial, ethereal, evil spirit thing. That's not what Satan means. Satan means adversary. That's what the word Satan means. It means adversary. It's adverse. It means contrary of. That's all. And you guys keep making a big ass deal about this shit. Satan, this is horrific, blah 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 blah. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you fucking people? For real, like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, you know what I mean? Even the word isn't that bad. The word Satan isn't that bad. It's not even that bad. It just means adversary. That's all it means. That's it. And I don't know, you're looking for horrific, disgusting shit, fucking creepy, crawly, fucking skin shit. Like, there's no such thing. There's it just doesn't exist. There's just no such thing, bro. Like, you're insane. You're just crazy. There's no such thing, bro. There's no such thing, man. The word demon means, the word daimon is basically a god man. That's what daimon means. It means god man. It means man god. That's what the word demon means. That's what the word demon means. The word demon, if you can look it up, you can fucking flip it, you can turn it sideways, you can flip it on its back, you can look at it from the front, the back, you can look at it from under, over. It just means God men. That's all it means. That's it, and that's all. It doesn't mean horror, fucking skin dripping off of bones, shit, fucking, you like, no, man, what? Where are you going with all this? Like, what? Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, anyway, so what's wrong with you is you've been lied to all your life. That's what the fuck is wrong with you. What's wrong with you is you've been lied to all your fucking life. And yes, we take on the form of skin dripping, putrid bubbles. You know what I mean? Like fucking venomous. Yes, we take that form, of course. We don't have a choice to take that form. How come you don't have a choice? Because your God took away our light. Because you keep giving yourself up to this weirdo. That's why. That's why we look like that. Because he stole the shit. And he left us with the other shit. So we took the other shit and we did something with it. That's it and that's all. Just like I'm doing. I mean, cause that whole shit. That's I'm allergic to that nonsense. I'm allergic to that nonsense. I couldn't even become a Christian if my life depended on it. That's how allergic I am to the fucking thing. I just can't. I can't get near. Like if I get near shit like that, it just like, like it constricts me, bro. Like I can't do it. Like I have bad luck. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Like if I start doing Christian, I have like the worst luck ever. You wouldn't believe how bad my luck is. You wouldn't even believe it. Like if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. I can't even get near the fucking thing. Just the idea of it curses. Like just the idea of me. Just like I said the other day. The idea of me wanting to become a Mason. You know, because there's a lot of Christianity in Masonry. There's a lot of Christianity in Masonry. So just the idea of that, I started to feel shit. The atmosphere was changing around me. The atmosphere was changing. And I'm like, who fucking cares? It's just Masonry. No one, like, you know, okay, well, you know, I'm just gonna lie. You know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna lie and be done with it. At least I'll have, you know, people around and, you know, whatnot. I'll have calm and reasonable people around me, at least, bare minimum. I might not have the support of the entire fucking universe, but at least I have calm and reasonable people around me, bro. No, I can't fucking do it. I can't. So, you know, the guy, I don't know if you can keep listening. I'm not even talking about him at this point. I'm just talking about everybody on fucking YouTube that are self-proclaimed spiritual people. Like, you know, like, careful what you listen to. Careful what you listen to, because not everybody's out here trying to help you out. Not everybody's out here trying to bring you to another level. Morgueofficial is not trying to bring anybody to another level. He said it himself. All he does is read books. You're not gonna find any magic. You're not gonna find any consciousness. You're not gonna find any highly evolved sciences. He's just rereading. He's just saying what was already written. That's it. And then he gives a little bit of his opinion. He gives a little bit of his opinion, and that's it, and that's all, and that's it. 390,000 people fucking love that shit. Who's the bad guy? I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, because 390 people, all the 390 people don't realize that. 390,000 people don't see shit. They don't see shit. So who's the bad guy? Because I'm more afraid, to be honest, I'm way more afraid of the 390,000 people that subscribe to his channel than him. Way more. Because I don't know what the fuck is up with these motherfuckers. I know what's up with him. You know what I mean? Like, we know what's up with, we know what's going on in his mind. You know, we know how he perceives things. We understand how I even understand how he perceives things. Shit. But the 390,000 weirdos that subscribe to the fucking channel, that is something else. That's something else. That's a different story. That's a completely different story, bro. So anyways, this video is too damn long. I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a good one.